Okay, let's talk to the happiest man in the world, Chris, our resident Middlesbrough fan. I don't know what I'm running out of things to say to you each week, Chris. To be honest with you, you just keep winning. It's a bit rude, isn't it?
I know you keep asking me each week how I'm feeling, but I literally always give you the same responses. I'm absolutely buzzing. It's just, as I always say, it's so refreshing seeing our team win week in, week out. It's not very the norm for us, but Michael Carrick just got something magic happening at the Borough, and it's been just over a year since he was appointed as manager, and what progress he's made in a year is nothing short of astounding.
Yeah. Let's go back to last Saturday then. So Wayne Rooney and Birmingham were in town, obviously for the first time together. Um, you could have won that 4-5, couldn't you?
Yeah, there's so many chances that we missed. I think if Morgan Rogers didn't score in the 90th minute, it would have felt like a loss. There was so many chances that we just couldn't finish. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous what Birmingham have done, getting rid of a manager when they're doing so well, and now they're already calling Rooney out, and he's already had 2 games in charge.
Yeah, you Brody was great though, I think, in that game, wasn't he? He
Mm.
kept them well in it. Let's talk about the Norwich game then. So that was a little bit different. You had to hang in there, and Norwich had some spells in that game which were really good. What was your view on that game?
Well, not only are they yo-yo clubs, like yo-yo fans as well. 1 minute they're absolutely cheering on the team, and then 10 minutes later they're all booing. They were proper booing at half time as well, from what I was witnessing. But there's just a lot of toxicity going on with Norwich at the moment. I think they're so used to being up the top end of the championship, but something's happening with them. But personally, it was a fantastic game. I think just a shame that we conceded a goal in stoppage time. But to win 2-1, I'm very happy with the result. I think we played. It wasn't, to be honest, it wasn't even our best game at all, which shows the progress he's made. Because if we played like that at the start of the season, we easily would have lost 2-3-4, maybe 4-0. But yeah, like I said, considering it wasn't our greatest game, there's still some fantastic individual performances. Shout out to Lucas Engel as well, because his first couple of games for Borough as well weren't very impressive at all. He was absolutely shocking against Chef Wes, and people are calling him out already. But since O'Brien got injured and he came in, he's been absolutely fantastic, and he's arguably had man of the match performances at his last 3 games. So it's really good to see.
Okay, what is the chink in this armour then? I've read some reports that Coburn is not receiving the best reviews and he's replacing. Would you go along with that? Is he the weakest link in this otherwise slick team?
I don't think he's the weakest link in our team at all. I don't think anyone is at the moment. I think the weakest link is the minority of fans giving him abuse on Twitter when he's 20 years old. He's still very young. He got the assist the other night for us. I think he's a fantastic player. His hold up play is brilliant. He's an aerial threat. He's tall. He's not the fastest, but he's so direct going forward. But like I said, he's still improving, because that's what some Borough fans do, which is quite unfortunate. Is they'll see a player, they'll play a few games where they're at the best, and then all of a sudden they'll come out of nowhere and they're fantastic. Lucas Engel's a massive example of that. But I do rate Coburn, and I hope he starts on Saturday. I just think as soon as he scores, he'll keep scoring more. He was fantastic on loan at Bristol last season, and some people are saying our League's One is his level, but I really don't think that. He's such a fantastic player. He scored against Tottenham in the FA Cup. He's not just one of our youth players. He's a fantastic prospect in the squad.
Okay, we'll bring in Stoke. What do you think of Stoke this season? You're probably playing them at the wrong time, aren't you?
Oh, sorry, I
Oh,
thought you had Stoke. Sorry, would you repeat that question?
I'll cut
Sorry.
that. We'll do that a bit again.
Sorry. I totally got lost there. Sorry,
Sorry,
mate.
no, it's my fault. Right, we'll do it again. Right, we'll bring in Stoke in a minute. But what's your views on Stoke so far? You're probably playing them at the wrong time, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking at Stoke's form the past few games, and they're quite unpredictable in that sense, because as long as the scores there, and beating Leeds the other night it was last night, wasn't it? Doesn't give me great hope, because Leeds have been fantastic this season. However, with our form at the moment, I'm really confident going into the weekend. I know Stoke are a good side, and you could say they're one of our bogey teams, because we tend to struggle quite a lot against Stoke playing them. But I am really confident, like I said, this weekend, and I think it's coming at a great time. It'll be a good test for us as well, because if we want to win games, we've got to win we got to beat the teams that are in good form as well.
Right, we'll catch up with you in a second for a prediction. Stay there 1 minute. Let's bring in Liam. Okay, two resurgent sides then meet. Middlesbrough against Stoke. Chris, let's get your predictions for this one, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, Stoke have been fantastic, especially in the past week or so. Absolutely given granted, but I think us winning our last 7 games in all competitions, I'm really positive going the game, so I'm going to go 2-0 Borough. I have to.
Okay. Liam, happy memories of trips to the Riverside?
Yeah, I think last season it's when we had that run of form over a month where we beat Coventry by 4 and Sunderland by 5. And I remember a lot of Middlesbrough fans saying we were probably one of the better teams they saw when we drew with them 1-1. So yeah, generally not a good place to go though overall, in all honesty.
And I'm guessing the last place you want to visit when they're on such a good run, aren't they? Predictions then?
Surely they can't win 7.
See?
Yeah, I think it's a step too far without at the minute. I think I'd snap your hand off for a point, but I think it'll be a close game. I'm going to go 2-1 Borough. I think they'll edge it.
All right, we like sensible predictions, yeah, and yeah, I just love Chris's smile. It's lovely to see.
That's what happens after 6 wins in a row.
It's not as good as smile, don't worry. It's just a nice change from when I first started coming on this podcast. It was a very much different emotion that was showing on the camera.
I was going to say, surely there's some booze around the Riverside in some of those early games. You having to go at Norwich fans.
You didn't realise that the first 6 weeks actually count.
Yeah. It's the same as last season. I don't know what happens at the start of the season every year, but it certainly works.
Yeah. Well, we need somebody to catch Leicester and Ipswich, don't we? Maybe the Borough are going to be the side to do it. Who knows? Right. Thank you, folks. We will see you next week. Enjoy the game.
Cheers. Have a great weekend.
See you later.